does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Hi everybody, this is Bruce Wechtenheiser, also known as Spidey and Me. For 55 years I've collected Spider-Man, memorabilia, comic books, toys, you name it. And I've immersed myself in all the different forms of Spider-Man entertainment over those years. And it's been a real joy of my life to be connected to Spider-Man in so many ways. And I want to go back in time a little bit today. We're going to do a little unboxing in a few moments. But I want to go back in time to my childhood in the early 1970s. And I was looking forward to Christmas and all those good times. And one of the major toy lines for superhero fans like me was the Mego 8-inch cloth-covered action figures. I couldn't believe it. Up until that point, all we had were solid plastic figures that wouldn't move, couldn't pose them, didn't have the cloth costumes on them. And when the Megos came out around 1972, as a 9-year-old, I was freaking out. I couldn't believe it. I was so eager to get them. And my mom, she was a great mom. She was raising 4 kids. I was the youngest. She had a job in retail in a department store, so she wasn't making a whole lot of money. But on the 4th floor of that department store was a toy department. And all the Megos were there, all the Lone Ranger, Gabriel toys that were bigger. And she got a bunch of them for me for Christmas. And they were wrapped up under the Christmas tree. And one of my siblings yelled out, "Hey, Bruce, it looks like you've got a bunch of bricks laying over there for Christmas this year," because the original Mego boxes looked exactly like the size of a brick. And here is one of my Megos. It's not my box, but it is an original box. But yes, that one good Christmas morning, I got a whole bunch of Megos. I got the Green Goblin and these cool boxes from the Mego company. You know, I was glad to pick up the box just a couple years ago in a trade with one of my collecting friends. I got Iron Man with the cool gloves, belt, and boots. Of course, I had to do some repairs to those with masking tape back in the old days. And I got a Captain America and Falcon that Christmas. He's not in such good shape, but well loved, well played with. I remember going over to friends' homes and sleeping over and swinging our action figures on strings and all kind of good stuff at superhero sleepovers. And I also got the Lizard guys back then when I was a kid. The Lizard with the wonderful stuffed tail. So I had already had the Spidey for a while back then. I think I got him earlier, but Spidey was cool. One of the most well-loved and played with toys of my youth, and probably one of the most sold items back in the toy stores back in the day. Eventually I got the Bendy, the Bend and Flex Spider-Man. You can bend it, you can flex it. That was also made by Mego. And over the years I picked up even the larger 12-inch Spider-Man Mego. Very cool. And they also came up with some other smaller plastic figures over the years. But Megos are highly sought after by collectors these days. And it was just a wonderful toy line. Well, recently I had a chance at it and I got it, guys. One of the most rare Mego items made in 1974. And I had a discussion with a friend of mine about rarity of items. You know, as collectors, we have our own internal viewpoints on what's rare, what isn't, just from what we see on eBay available or how often we've seen it in toy stores. So no one really knows, you know, how much more rare one thing is than the other, unless you have the figures, you know, from the toy company that produced them and things like that. But a lot of Mego people say that this is a rare item. And I was thankful enough to get it loose, to get it in the box. I don't know if I've ever seen one in the box for sale in the last 30 years. So I was thankful to get it, and let's unpack it right now and see what we have here at my spider's web. You can see my 1980 pinball machine back there, all other kind of good stuff going on. So here it is, guys, straight out of the priority mailbox. I kind of took a little bit of the wrapping off already, but let's see what we have. Coming out of the box, guys. This is a pretty big box. Coming out of the box, everybody, is your friend and mine, the Mummy. It is, everybody, a hero that I'm kind of fond of. It is a Spider-Man, and I apologize for the noise in the background from unwrapping. It's a 24-inch Mego Super Softy, they called it. It was made in 1974, and it is a very large item. There was a smaller version, maybe about 17 inches, 19 inches, that had gloves that would come off, removable gloves. I've had one of those in the past. I'm the kind of collector that buys, sells, and trades a lot. So some things will stay with me because I'm emotionally attached to them, and some things I'll buy, sell, and trade. So I don't have that one anymore. I wish I could compare the two for you. But this one is supposedly even more rare, the 24-inch version. It still has a tag on it, which is kind of cool. And yes, on the tag, it will tell you it's 1974 Mego Corporation. And the other cool feature of this guy is there's a pull string on him. A pull string, and he says some phrases. So let's check it out, guys. Let's see if he's still talking after all these years. Let's give it a try.
Great webs. Crime doesn't pay.
Okay, good.
Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
He is our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Let's try another one.
Great webs. Crime doesn't
Pay.
Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
So he's saying at least a couple phrases out there, guys, but here he is in all his glory. 24-inch, still in pretty nice shape, guys. Pretty nice condition. Maybe a couple loose things here. But this was a toy to have. I never saw it in the stores when I was younger. I would have been 10 years old back in 1974. But it's the 24-inch Mego talking Super Softy Spider-Man. And I'm so glad that I had a chance to pick this up, add it to my collection, and come to his new home with his brothers, the Mego brothers. So anyway, guys, if you have a chance, please check out my website. It's Spidey and Me, the word SpideyandMe.com, SpideyandMe.com. There's a lot of pages on there. There's a media page where I've done some interviews with people over the years. They're on there. There's a page about my upcoming convention presentations. I've been doing presentations for the last 14 months. I've been to about 21 different conventions, and I love telling my stories of collecting and connecting with Spider-Man. I also do a presentation about Steve Ditko, because after collecting for 25 years, when I was around 28 or 29 years old, I finally found out that I've been living my whole life in Steve Ditko's hometown, the creator of Spider-Man, the co-creator. And this is his logo on my shirt. So check out my website. There's a lot of cool things happening there. Please send me some messages, ask me some questions. I love talking Spidey, and it's been 55 years of living my blessed Spidey life. So everybody out there, God bless. Good to see you again. Mego, 24-inch talking Super Softy.
Wealth and fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is a great big hang-up. Wherever there's a hang-up, you'll find a Spider-Man.